Take a deep breath in, and on the out breath, just close your eyes. That's it. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow any feelings of worry, stress, or tension to feel like it's leaving your body in your outward breath. I want you to imagine a bright color, maybe yellow, orange. And imagine that bright color represents resourceful relaxation. So as you breathe in, just imagine breathing in that bright, vibrant color and feeling that feeling of resourcefulness going through your nose, filling your lungs. But as you exhale, use the power of your imagination to imagine a dark gray color leaving your body. That represents any tension, stress, or anxieties. But this bright color, vibrant color, I also want it for you to represent worthiness. That you're breathing in worthiness and you're exhaling inadequacy. Because inadequacy isn't real. It's an evaluation that you're not good enough. But as you breathe in that feeling of worthiness, you're echoing the affirmation that you are good enough. Good enough as you are, good enough to learn, to absorb information, good enough to pursue the goals and dreams that you have, good enough to have friendships, relationships, to build the life that you want. So breathe in that resourceful feeling of worthiness and then see the grey shadows of inadequacy leaving your body. So as you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to imagine a transfusion. And maybe you've seen a transfusion of blood, perhaps on a TV show of hospitals and doctors. And you could acknowledge the idea that clean, healthy blood is going in and perhaps infected blood is leaving. So as you breathe in that resourceful feeling of worthiness, imagine that is the worthy feeling going in, and that polluted feeling of inadequacy is what is leaving your body. Feel the breath get deeper and deeper as more of that worthy feeling is going in, and more of that inadequacy is leaving your body. And feel that relaxation start to spread from your eyelids to your forehead. Relaxation spreading to your jaw. Feeling that you can breathe deeper and deeper relaxed. That's it. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine that you are standing at the top of a staircase. You decide on the type of staircase because that staircase could be made of marble, made of wood, perhaps it's made of different things that give you a sense of stability and security. That's it. And I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. And with each descending number, you're going to imagine taking a step down the staircase to a place that represents change. So breathing in and breathing out. That's it. 10. Just taking a step down the staircase. 9. Feeling deeper, relaxed. 8. That's it. Breathing in and breathing out. Another step down the staircase. Eyelids feeling heavier and heavier. 7. Just feeling tension be released from your arms and your legs. That's it. 6. As you breathe in, just feel like even your internal organs are starting to relax. 5. That's it. More and more comfortably relaxed. 4. Spreading down into your gut. And the gut sometimes is the source, the bank account of anxiety, and just feel any anxiety melting away. Any inadequacy or unworthiness, just feel it leaving your body as you continue to walk down these strong, steady staircase. 4 and then 3, continuing to walk down into a room. That's it. 3 and then 2, feeling more and more relaxed. And then 1. And I want you to imagine you are now in a room. It's a comfortable room. I want you to imagine in this room there is an unlimited source of food that always replenishes itself. As much water and drink as you would need. I want you to get a sense that this room represents predictable, secure safety. In here, in this room, is just you. You can consider it a place of safety and solitude. And it has value, because here in this place you can reflect on your life, decide what is important to you, to generate ideas and move forward. But what is missing in this room is connection. And as you imagine being in this room, I want you to speed up time and to imagine that you've now been in the room for 10 years. And I want you to get a sense that the room has a door, and the door leads to incredible opportunities. But I want you to imagine there is something on your back, and has been on your back for a long time. Perhaps you could imagine the thing that's been on your back is a long piece of wood strapped to your back. So if you attempt to walk through the door, you'd be blocked and stopped. You have the illusion that you can just walk through the door, but every time you do, it stops you in your tracks. And this long piece of wood keeping you in the room is meant to keep you safe. Because as long as you're in the room, you can't be rejected, you can't be embarrassed, you can't be made to feel not enough. So here, in the room, it feels safe. But also, I want you to imagine there are wonderful things beyond the room. Adventures, experiences, wonderful things that would change your life for the better. But you have a choice to make. And the choice that you make is to either stay in the room and miss out on all those wonderful experiences, or to finally let go of this thing that you've been holding on to for too long now. That long piece of wood keeps you in the room. The room isn't locked. And every now and then you've ventured out of the room very briefly just by twisting the angle of that wood, but you always return. And I wonder if your unconscious mind is ready to finally let go of this thing that's been holding you back. And maybe you can call it expectation, or a burden, or a pressure, or a fear. But just imagine it's a heavy weight that's been keeping you in a particular place. But I want you to feel that now is the time to let go of this block, this burden, and to venture out. But I want you to venture out at the optimal level of humility and self-acceptance. You can acknowledge and accept that there are talents and skills and achievements that you've had. But equally, you can also accept that there are things that you're learning, that you're getting better at. And I want you to unlock an insatiable curiosity to learn. Part of what you're going to let go of is this belief that You don't learn quickly. I want you to accept the suggestion that the speed at which you learn is proportionate to the emotion connected to what you're learning. If there's something that fascinates you, intrigues you, that you feel passionate and enthusiastic about, you will learn rapidly. But if people are trying to teach you about something that is boring and disinteresting for you, you will learn slowly or not at all. And I want you to unlock an insatiable curiosity to learn those things that improve the quality of your life. How can you be an excellent conversationalist unless you engage in many conversations? In the same way that you can't be an excellent swimmer unless you jump in the pool. The more you swim, the better at swimming you get. And the more conversations you have in that curious, engaging way, fully present in the moment, the better a conversationalist you will become. As you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to scan your unconscious mind, that part that's been holding on to this fear, to fully be yourself and fully be present. And when you're ready to finally let go of that block that you've been holding on to for so long, let me know by nodding your head. So I want you to imagine taking off that heavy wood, that block, that barrier, and placing it there on the floor in that room. Imagine walking to the door and just walking straight through the door effortlessly. Because all along it wasn't real blocks out there in the world. It was this psychological block that's been holding you back for so long. So as you breathe in and breathe out, just venture outside of the room, realizing that you were in a self-imposed prison for too long. And what do people do if they were sent to prison for a crime they didn't commit? When they finally get released, they enjoy their freedom. And I want you to imagine you can enjoy your freedom. Have the belief that you can learn anything you desire if the emotion is intense and appealing enough. I want you to feel that you are immune from judgment from other people. Not because people won't judge, but because you don't care too much about the judgment of other people. That's one of the things you've let go. And if you're in a conversation on a topic you don't know too much about, you feel calm and comfortable to say, I'm not that knowledgeable on this. I don't have strong opinions on this topic, but I'm curious and eager to learn. And just feel how safe it feels to not have excess knowledge, in-depth opinions on many topics, but the curiosity to ask questions, to learn, to take an interest in other people, to be curious about their talents, their achievements, their accomplishments. One of the best questions you can ask someone that you're just getting to know is, what are they most proud of in their life? Perhaps another question could be, what are they not naturally talented at, but they've managed to find a way to get really good at? By asking questions about what people are proud about and what they've worked hard to achieve, you acquire more and more evidence that life isn't about good and bad, better or worse, but an exchange. There are people with natural talent that haven't cultivated that talent. Some people would call that a tragedy. And there are some people that aren't naturally talented, that have a ferocious work ethic, a dedication, a desire to become highly competent in a particular area. And as you engage in more conversations, you can drop your own judgment and replace it with insatiable curiosity. What makes people so motivated, so driven? What makes it so that people have a desire to get better and better? So as you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to feel it is safe to be yourself. I want you to feel it is safe to ask questions about other people's talents and accomplishments. I want you to feel that it is safe for you to share your own experiences. And if your unconscious mind now feels that it is safe, let me know by nodding your head. And I want you to feel how much lighter you feel now that you're not carrying around that burden. And the burden was never yours to carry. It felt safe because you carried it around for so long, but it was just getting in the way, holding you back, creating barriers and distance between you and other people. But now you can celebrate your own talents, but also admire and appreciate other people's. You could admire you've got a work ethic to do certain things, but also become fascinated in what makes other people motivated and driven and ambitious. And then I want you to imagine it's time to return, but you don't return to the room. You return to the staircase. As I now count from 1 to 10, you will imagine climbing up the staircase, coming back to the present moment, but really feeling whatever that burden or block was, it is left in that room, and life is more enjoyable outside of the room. Starting to count to awaken you. 1, 2, 3, climbing the stairs. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.